I often do poetry, so that's more introspection, romance, thoughts. Thoughts with THOUGHTS, yeah. I actually stopped the minor midway. A lot of people are like, oh, I've done 3 courses, but might as well do 2 more courses and get this over with. I was like, no, my time is valuable.
Something to note down.
My time is valuable. I don't know about your time, but yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, to quote Kelly Clarkson.
A pizza after a week and then the mess food, it's comparable. Yeah.
Talking about anything, literally anything. There's a guy in H5 who I talked to about alarm clocks for 15 minutes, and we were having a good laugh the whole time. Every weekend they're going off to Lonavala or Goa or something, Vietnam.
Hello, and I welcome you all to the 4th episode of Before We Go by Sampurna, where we interview seniors, basically the graduating undergrads of IIT Bombay, and delve deeper into their journeys that they've had over the past 4 years, or rather 5 years. So who do we have here? We have Hardik Rajpal, a 4th year undergrad in the Department of CSE. Hardik, would you please like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Hardik. I'm a 4th year undergrad in the Department of CSE.
Wow, that was short and sweet. So in this interview, we'll be looking at your 4 years at IIT Bombay. Yeah, let's keep things cash. Yeah, so we'll be trying to delve deeper into some of your stories, trying to get some of the insider things out. Cool. Okay. So, being in one of the most coveted branches of the country, what expectations did you enter IIT Bombay with, and how did those pan out? Did they differ from the reality, given the COVID scenario?
Right, so I think I had the usual expectations that everyone has at the end of JEE. It'll be easy, there's not much work left. But on the contrary, that wasn't true. We had a lot of work to do, and it's been, as usual, very competitive. Right, but yeah, I haven't regretted any of it. Like, I'm happy with whatever atmosphere I've been offered here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, 2020, COVID, right. Yeah. So, just to put it out there, we were admitted to IIT Bombay in November 2020, and our first day of instruction was probably 16th November.
Yeah.
When it should have been somewhere around the 2nd of August. Yeah. So we had a very compressed first 2 semesters at IIT Bombay, and things were very squished down very closely. Yeah. So how did your first year go? Did you make a lot of friends? Did you take up any new activities, or did you pursue any outstanding passion that you had since your JEE days?
Right. So right as soon as JEE was over, I was really into pursuing whatever I had put aside for JEE. So I got back into things like French, and I picked up a few card tricks, and writing. I joined a writers group.
Okay.
And in my first semester I was very ambitious. I had this whole whiteboard set up where I was like, Mondays I'll work on college stuff, and Tuesdays I'll work on French, Wednesdays it's writing, and yada yada yada. But then you quickly realize, college is going to take up every single day. Right. And the other things get pushed out of the window. Yeah, the first year was very short, as you said. I think they simplified the courses for that, which was kind of helpful, because it was an online semester. College was basically just academics. You just join the meeting, listen to whatever the prof's saying. You can leave if you don't like it, or do something else in the background. I briefly had a chess addiction, wherein the prof would, how professors take a break in the middle of their lecture, I think the slide is wrong, let me fix it. So while he would do that, I'd go play blitz chess in the meantime. I didn't make a lot of friends in the first year, barely spoke to anyone, and yeah, that's it.
Do you still continue playing chess?
No, I quickly realized I wasn't really playing chess. I was just sort of moving pieces in a hurry, try to beat the other guy with time. So yeah, I've left chess for that reason.
Yeah.
Do you play chess?
I like to say so. Not competitively. I just dabble with pieces here and there. Bullet is my favorite because you can do anything and you can just say, I was trying to logic. Right, cool. So enter second year, where you are faced with your Department of Computer Science, where you are bombarded with labs and courses and stuff like that. And there's this very particular course that I've heard a lot of stories about. It's called Software Systems Lab, SSL, where you are basically why should I say this? You go on.
Yeah. So Software Systems Lab was given to us in the 3rd semester, along with a bunch of other CS courses, as you said. I personally enjoyed that course very much. There was a lot of work, but every week you got to learn something new. So we had GitHub and LaTeX, and pronunciations may differ. And then you have web dev, and they went into a bunch of things. Java, we even had Java and concurrency. So that was a very fun course that I really enjoyed. I even considered becoming a TA for it, but then I had other courses to look into, so I didn't get around to that. And yeah, 3rd year was very nice. 3rd year was when you were, 2nd year was when you were thrown into, the pit of CSE. Right. This is everything that you wanted to learn so far. you're sort of given a basic introduction to it.
So what I'm gathering from your talk so far, that you were really interested in CSE, and did it feel at any point that, oh, maybe this is too much right now? And given also one more question before that, did you explore CS before coming to IIT Bombay?
No, I didn't really explore CS. My only motivation to take CS was that as a child I was really into computers. So I used to spend hours on MS Paint and other software for designing, like architecture and stuff. And I was really into computers, and I thought, oh, maybe if I take CS I'll be able to better use them. So that was the initial motivation. Quickly realized that's not correct, that's not the best motivation. But it's still been fun. I haven't regretted it, like I said. You asked if it ever was too much, and yeah, a lot of the times it does feel like too much, but then you get through it and you end up getting an AA anyway, so it's fine.
That was, I can safely say that was a subtle flex, but moving on.
Your mileage may vary.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I've had 2 courses with Hardik so far. I was in a computer vision course, and I am in your image synthesis course.
You must have seen a really fun side of me in computer vision.
Yeah, I did. You had a lot of, so to say, exciting discussions with the prof. Would you like to shed some light on that?
It's not a cherished part of my life, really, but essentially I sort of stood up for whatever tyranny the prof was pushing out in terms of attendance or some other course policies that he wasn't being very reasonable with, and I ended up getting a personal warning. I tell you what, we had 3 discussions, and the third one was made private, so nobody else saw it. It was between me and him, and he said, Hardik, this is a personal warning, and I was like, oh, all right. New achievement unlocked.
And you ended up getting an A?
That's next question.
Okay, so that means AB. Anyway, cool. So yeah, and the other course is this very fun course with a very fun prof, Parag sir. Yes, I don't think there's any tyranny there.
No.
None whatsoever. Cool. So yeah, in classes I see Hardik coming very sincerely, opening up his tab, keeping it at an angle that I'm not very comfortable with. But yeah, he writes very sincerely. Don't think that I'm stalking him or I'm very obsessed with him. Just a very admirable individual in general. Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, so second year was fun basically for you.
Yes.
Wow, that's something
really?
that...
I want to say something.
Yeah.
Here's the sad part of second year. You get thrown into a lot of group projects, and you can often mess up in selecting your group partner. So just, a word of advice to everyone out there. Do a CPI sort. When someone texts you, when a bunch of people text you, don't trust them blindly based on how sociable they are. Or even someone you know from your old school, you think, oh, this guy's a diligent person, I can surely team up with him. But no, you'll end up doing all 3 assignments on your own.
Yeah. I've had my fair share of bad group assignments.
Really?
Yeah.
We should do an episode with you.
Sure. Done. Cool. So enter third year. And third year was the one year, basically 2022, where we came to the campus, where the campus finally accepted that, oh, let's make things normal, back to normal. Yeah. So offline classes started, and so did the intern season for all of us. Yeah. And you ended up getting an internship at Quad I.
Yeah.
Right? Congrats. It's been a year and a half, but still, congrats. So yeah, would you like to let us in on your intern season? I mean, must have been a smooth sail for you, that's what I'm guessing. But still, anything that you'd like to share from that?
Sure. So I'd like to start talking about third year from the start, the autumn semester. I just got back from my second year internship. I had a second year internship, which was at Windsor Games, a startup. So I got to see how things go on in a startup, what the culture is like. That was very nice. And I used to live in a PG with a bunch of boys, so that was a nice experience. So I came back from the internship, and the internship was sort of my first taste of the professional world. As I was saying, the internship was my first taste of the professional world, and it's a lot more relaxed than academics, because with college you have like a bunch of courses to juggle around, assignments, quizzes, everything one after the other. But the internship was much simpler. So when I came back, I was actually in a bit of a depressed state. I shouldn't say depressed state, that word is thrown around a lot. I was sad that I didn't really want to do college anymore. But yeah, and then there was the internship season, so it's like do your studies and prepare for the season. But fortunately, as you said, it got over for me very quickly. Quad I came and they were like, all 30 of you, come on, we'll take you to Quad I. Third semester itself started off with deeper subjects. So we had operating systems, we had AI, ML. Not a big fan. It wasn't introduced to us very well, but enough about that. And the second half of third year was more fun, where you got subjects like databases and IPL, implementation of programming languages.
And computer vision.
Yeah, computer vision. Yeah, that was a fun course again. And yeah, extracurriculars. Third year, I also had time for extracurriculars. So in the second semester, the spring semester, I went down to South Bombay and I joined an improv workshop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did level 1 with those guys. I was the stellar student over there as well. And yeah, they really liked me. What else can I say about this? They compared me to Larry David. Can I say that?
Oh my God. Yeah, sure. If
they compared me to Larry David.
Let's get that on record, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somewhere on YouTube this is mentioned.
Of course.
Yeah.
And this is also going on YouTube, so yeah, double occurrences.
Speaking of YouTube, I also did a podcast in the 6th semester.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, with Ashwin Ramachandran. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
Yes. He's another fun guy to interview if you guys are looking for more people. He probably hasn't applied.
Maybe fourthies, but yeah, surely next year.
He is a fourthie.
Ashwin.
Oh, you're mixing him up with Abraham.
Acha, sorry.
Very, very different people.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ashwin.
All right.
Yes, really.
Yeah. So yeah, I had a podcast with him. That was a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of people that I hadn't really interacted with. So I sort of made up for, I talked to 3 other people. So it's not really making up for the COVID lack of friends. But yeah, that was good.
Awesome. So you joined an improv workshop. You were learning French all along. The intern season was a smooth sail for you. Anything... Sorry?
Improv. Did you say improv?
Yeah.
Okay.
An improv workshop. You were learning French all along. The intern season went very smoothly for you. And you were liking your courses. Wow, what more can an undergrad ask for? Anything from the institute that you started? Any club or any extracurricular activities? Sports? Maybe Dark Knight?
Dark Knight?
The chess club.
Oh, okay.
So maybe not that.
Very ominous name. Yeah. I was a member of the literati thing, so I used to attend a few of the workshops, but you quickly realize a lot of it is just time pass and propaganda.
Okay.
And yeah, they're all out there to get you, And so yeah, I didn't end up doing a lot of things with the institute. Right. Yeah. I participated in a few writing competitions.
Oh.
Yeah. Those went well.
So what all stuff do you write about?
Oh.
Romance, drama?
Yeah.
Fiction?
Yeah. So when I'm doing short stories, it's mostly comedy or thriller. Or drama, and I often do poetry, so that's more introspection, romance, thoughts, stuff like that. Thoughts with THOUGHTS, yeah.
And then with your third year summer, you must have been busy with your internship.
Yeah.
Anything that you explored during that time?
Yes. So that was another phase of transformation, wherein let's not talk about the internship so much, but
I mean, there's so many of them. How many?
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about?
Like everyone's got an internship these days. Yeah. So the internship, they kept us in a very good hotel, to their credit, right? The work wasn't that enjoyable personally, but they kept us in a good hotel, and the hotel had a gym. And I had 2 friends who were really into gymming. Well, one friend who was really into gymming, and one friend who wanted to put on some muscle and briefly join the gym. And both of them took me to the gym, and that basically changed me altogether. Yeah, as you can see, that changed me. Yeah, so no, it's less about whatever gains or whatever you end up doing there, but it becomes a very meditative thing to do every day, and it really helped in relaxing me. I got rid of all those bad habits, binging TV shows late at night, yeah, stuff like that.
So do you still go to the gym regularly?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's a shame it doesn't show, but yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. And then enter 4th year.
Yeah.
Right, where placements. And before placements, did you have a lot of courses to deal with in your 4th year?
Yeah, so my idea was that I hadn't done a lot of department electives up till 4th year. I had taken a few courses in the management minor, which quickly turned out to be not my thing. So I did the ballsy thing that a lot of people don't do, and actually stopped the minor midway.
Okay.
A lot of people are like, oh, I've done 3 courses, better might as well do 2 more courses and get this over with. I was like, no, my time is valuable. And
something to note down.
Yeah, my time is valuable. I don't know about your time, but yeah. So I had to do a lot of department electives. I had a lot of them left over.
7 of them, right?
Yeah.
All in all.
You're very good. Anyway, yeah, 7 of them left over.
I've done my research.
Yeah, nice. That's a good interviewer. Yeah. So yeah, I had 7 department electives left over. I ended up taking 6 in the 7th semester, along with placements. And I was going to the gym. Did I mention that? So.
Not sure you did, but glad to hear.
Yeah. So 6th semester, I had basically 0 time for friends or socialization or anything, and even TV shows. Very little time for all that.
Right.
And yeah, it was just non-stop work, and I'm glad for that. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, to quote Kelly Clarkson.
And then, okay, let's now go into the placement journey. Yeah, how was that? I mean, I personally did not sit for the placement journey because in my 7th semester, I decided that I want to go for a dual degree.
Okay.
So I was like, spared from it for a year, and then I saw my friends going for these things called PPTs, which I was thinking that, oh, it's a presentation or a PowerPoint. It ended up being a pre-placement talk. And so yeah, I saw all of my buddies going to these PPTs, coming back, holding up maybe a pizza or two in their hands, and then going to classes with them, coming back from classes, being all tired.
Saving the pizza for a week or something? Saving the pizza for 1 week?
I mean, no, yeah, it can be done. I mean, a pizza after a week and then the mess food, it's comparable. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, how's that phase for you? I mean, given your whatever courses you had, how was managing them along with the placement season?
Right. So like I said, there was a lot of sacrifice of. So I didn't mention this. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of friends in the first year. I didn't talk to many people.
Okay.
But when I came to the campus in the 4th semester, and 5th and 6th, it was a period of a lot of socialization. I got to know a lot of people in my department, even in other departments. I used to talk to people in my hostel as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I was basically addicted to talking to friends, and it's not something someone looks at as an addiction, but it got to the point where I wouldn't want to do anything else other than go talk to them, because I know that I can just have such a good time with them.
Right.
Talking about anything, literally anything. There's a guy in H5 who I talked to about alarm clocks for 15 minutes, and we were having a good laugh the whole time. Yeah. So a lot of socialization, and I had to cut all of that out and go back to my introverted self back in the 7th semester.
Okay.
So that was fun. The problem with that is when a lot of people cut off from friends and the outside world, they end up turning towards bad habits and maybe even murdering old ladies. That's a Crime and Punishment reference. Have you Crime and Punishment?
Not yet, but
okay.
Will do.
Yeah, recommendation, Crime and Punishment. I've read Crime and Punishment. Okay. Yeah, and I think one thing that kept me away from doing that was going to the gym. And yeah, so the discipline and just me attending all the lectures, that was fun. There was this one particular course in my 7th semester that really kept my mental health intact, which was Professor Kedkar's course on program analysis.
Okay.
Yeah. Very few students in the course. He teaches very well. You just have to sit back and sort of watch a movie in the course. And the quizzes, straightforward questions.
Right.
Yeah. And he was just very encouraging of thinking about the course.
Okay.
And I've even started considering higher studies because of that. The fact that I'm considering it is a big enough deal for me, because I've always been the job, get a job.
Right.
Get a haircut and get a job, that's been my motto.
I mean, I can go for a haircut and a job.
Yeah.
Okay, fun. So, yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot about Uday Kedkar, sir. It's like the most chill prof that I've seen. One of the most chill profs, definitely. Okay.
You've been hearing it from the right people then.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I even had a chat with him once outside the Crescent canteen. Fun guy. Yes. And then the 1st of December hits, and then you are into the placement zone.
Yeah.
And just after a day, you had your placement.
Yes.
Right. Congrats for that again. Cool. So after you've done with your placements, just a day, and then you see all these people still going for interviews. Some of your friends like gotten selections on the first day itself. Some of them still going for interviews. I'd like for you to try to explain maybe that feeling that, or maybe because you are a person that you told that you like to talk to people a lot, especially your friends.
Yeah.
So going so far as to having a discussion about an alarm clock for 15 minutes straight. So how was that phase for you, that maybe, that guy's still preparing for an interview, let's not disturb him. Oh, she's done with her interview, should I disturb her? Or maybe like let her enjoy her life.
Yeah, and let me enjoy my life.
Let yourself enjoy yours. Yeah, so how was that phase?
Right.
From a very philosophical perspective.
Right. That's the perspective I like to take.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. As I said, we need a joint in our hands to say philosophy,
right.
Philosophical perspective. Yeah. Like I said, the 7th semester I really tried to cut myself off from people. Very little socialization. And so I was sort of already in the introvert phase. I don't want to talk to anybody. Splendid isolation. I don't need anybody. And the first thing I did as soon as I got the results, you've been selected, was book a ticket home. I was really close to my family in that semester, and my parents' anniversary was coming up. 3rd of December. 3rd of December was the anniversary, and I had told both of them I won't have time to come because placements. I didn't want to promise anything.
Right.
I didn't want the added pressure of, you need to do this before day 3.
Correct.
Yeah. So as soon as that was done, I booked a ticket without telling them, and I went back and I surprised them. But yeah, like you said, a lot of my friends were still going for the interviews. I didn't bother them. I wanted them to, because as soon as there's a conversation, there's going to be a dynamic. He's been placed, so he's a bit more relaxed or whatever. I did send out congratulations to everyone else who was selected on the same day as me, because it was just this sort of shared struggle that we had, and I felt like it was worth commemorating that it was over. I do wish I should have volunteered to be a runner for some of them. I think that would have been a good decision, but I went back to see my parents.
Okay.
And yeah.
So it's April the 3rd today, and yeah, it is. It is right. Yeah, it is. And we have around a month left for your like official education to get over with for BTech.
In fact, 3rd May is the commencement, so exactly a month from now.
Okay.
I'll be getting the fake certificate.
Yeah, so basically for all the juniors who might be confused, commencement is something different from convocation. You'll get it when you get it. Yeah. So you have a month left now with your like official IIT Bombay BTech journey.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Like, we have a very serene environment here. I think a lot of feels start hitting you.
Yeah.
I hope so, now that I've said it. So yeah, how does it feel now?
So there is this sense of something is coming to an end, because something is coming to an end.
Right.
But there's also this idea of I'll be free from all these, foundations of assignments and quizzes and all that.
Right.
So I often get emotional, and then I realize the assignment that I have to do and it isn't, and I'm like, this will be over in 1 month. Don't need to worry about this anymore.
Right.
I am excited to start the job journey as well. Just be on my own, do my job 9 to 5, come back, hit the gym, join something else.
Yeah.
I am excited to see where that part goes. There is a part of me that wants to come back for studies, higher studies, as I was saying earlier. And there's a part of me that's really done with this whole academic life. So I'm sort of working my way out between these two. I'm not very sentimental right now. I probably will be like 6 months later, like, I should have been sentimental back then. Yeah.
Okay. Any bucket list plans that you have? Some things that have been ticked off?
I don't really have a bucket list. So since the start of this semester, I had only 4 courses, and my whole idea was, we'll do more things, we'll do other things. But then, somehow the 4 courses have managed to take up most of my time. I spent a lot of time socializing, making up for whatever time was lost in the 7th semester.
Okay.
Right? What else? There's just a lot of time spent with friends. A lot of time just spent at dinners and lunches. I'll sit down for dinner at 8 and I'll get up at 9:30 because we were just killing time with all the friends. So that's fun. And there's been a TA-ship, my first time doing a TA-ship. That's been very rewarding.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly with the lab sessions and going around solving the technical problems or whatever they have. We had plans to do a podcast, but then Ashwin and I decided we wanted very different things, so we didn't really go through with that.
Okay.
I don't have any bucket list plans as of now.
Off camera, Hardik told me a thing or two about the stories that he has. So maybe we'll try going to them.
All right.
Anything. Basically, hostels, relationships, whatever you want to share. It's going on YouTube, by the way. Anybody on the planet can access it.
Even my mother?
If she wants to, I guess. Let's go with that sentiment that she's going to access it. Okay. Yes. Any stories that you'd like to share?
I can share a funny story. We were once at Gulmohar.
Okay.
Right, just 4 boys at Gulmohar ordering whatever they wanted. The usual paneer, mushroom, matar, malai, stuff like that. We got chapati as well. So eventually the chapatis were exhausted, and we were left with like a handful of sabji, and we were like, come on, let's get another chapati. This is good enough for another chapati. So we got a chapati, but then instead of eating the chapati, so we got 2 chapatis. They always give you 2 chapatis every time you get it. We got the 2 chapatis. Instead of eating the sabji with that, we sort of just hid it under the table. And we waited for 5 minutes, and we called the waiter again, and we were like, sabji bach gayi hai, we need 2 more chapati. He did that. We did this 4 times. So we have 8 chapatis. Yeah, we have 8 rotis, and we have the same amount of sabji left over. And the waiter is just sort of staring at our table, what's going on here? And then after 8 chapatis, we were like, okay, we're not going to spend any more money on this. We finally pulled out the 2 chapatis, got the sabji over with, put the other 6 chapatis on the table, and called the waiter over and said, chapati bach gayi hai. Can you parcel this for us?
What was his reaction?
He was just staring at us angrily, like, what are you guys doing over here? Because it was, I think, rush season, so there were a lot of people waiting to be let in.
So which semester was this in?
This must have been in the 5th or 6th semester.
Okay.
5th or 6th, can't put my finger on it. Yeah.
Makes sense. So you also said that you are a lot into writing.
Yeah.
Any piece that you'd like to share? Any short piece right now?
Nothing comes to mind. I don't want to share my writing. That's very, I don't know.
Okay, personal.
Not really personal. It's just, it feels like I'm pushing my work. I'm not really here to, so I'm here to promote my new movie and writing blog. Yeah, it's there on Medium. I think if you look up Hardik Rajpal Medium, it'll show up. If you like something, clap for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get that in a link.
Great. Yeah. Are you interested in more stories? I might have more funny stories.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Yeah. I swear to God, I had something. This one time we climbed over the gate at Head 17.
Okay.
Just me and another friend. And the security guard saw us doing it from the other gate and he rushed over to us and he was like, show me your ID card. And we had the ID cards, but we said, nahi, hostel mein padhe. And he said, kaun se year mein ho? And I said 4th and he said 3rd. We were in the 3rd year. So that was it. And then he said, kaun sa department? And I said E and he said CSE. So he was basically giving him all the right answers. I kept lying and I kept looking at him, come on, go with my flow already. And yeah, in the end, the security guard was just like, go away, get out of here.
I mean, that's a very fun life when you look at it. I mean, I was full, like, what do you call it? I forgot the word.
Disciplined?
No. Leave it. मतलब सच कह रहा हूँ कि I was expecting that, not expecting, but I was see, this is a notion that gets around about CSE people, that if you try to talk to them about their lives, especially at IIT Bombay, they'll tell you, oh, I was busy with assignments, I was busy with projects, and then my 4 years are done with. That notion of mine was changed today, thanks to you, man. So before we go, not plugging anything here, but before we go,
can I say something?
Yeah,
I think I have one more incident that I can share.
Of course.
This is very recent. This is less than a week ago. Yeah, so like you said, CSE guys, assignments all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So I was doing that this semester as well, the usual courses, assignments,
Right.
TA-ship, and I was very satisfied with that life. I'm just happy doing my work in the last semester of college. Until I spoke to a friend of mine who was also doing something very similar. And he was sort of very disappointed with the way things had turned out, especially in the last semester, because you see all these other people who are, every weekend they're going off to Lonavala or Goa or something, or Vietnam. Yeah. Someone did go to Vietnam. That I'm not just throwing that out there. Yeah. And I don't know, I just felt like I want to make a statement here, but I don't want to come across as too judgmental of those people. So I just want to say to that friend, like I did at that breakfast table, and to everyone else who thinks about this, sacrifice is worth it. It's about the meta game.
I just wanted to clap for that one line, of course. So yeah, and a beautiful end to this evening as well. I'd like to ask you some parting words for your juniors who might be watching this interview. Not something necessarily directed at CPI or internships or placement, but just about their Insti lives that they're about to have or that they must be having. Maybe from a CSE perspective, maybe just from an IIT Bombay perspective, given that you have a lot of experience now. Languages, games, gym, people, internships. Yes, any parting advice?
Make use of the opportunity and the place that you're at. A lot of the times I was tempted to, throw academics away and work on something else altogether, like join the improv workshop full time or something. And I told myself, no, I'm here for 4 years. I've been given this wonderful opportunity to be at this institute in CSE or whatever branch you're in. You have all these great people around you doing great work, cutting edge work. Yeah. So it makes sense for you to take advantage of this environment that you're in. And at the same time, talk to the other people around you and your friends and your batchmates and other people in the institute. Right. Another thing I could say about this is avoid investing all your time in one person. So that happened to me. And I don't regret it because I had some really good times with that person. But then I realized there are these other people who are closer to me, who are similar to me, who I share something with, some side of my personality with. Right. And I wish I could have spent more time with them as well. A healthy balance of that. But yeah, so that. Make use of this opportunity and don't waste your time.
Okay, some pretty solid advice. Write that down somewhere. Okay, so with that, I think we can conclude this interview. And I don't think the natural lighting is going to help us out here if we are trying to extend this. Anyway, so yeah, that was a very fun interview with you, Hardik. And we'll be getting more seniors on board and we'll be getting more videos out soon. So stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me.